I really should have figured out like last week or maybe before then that I wanted to move the monthly update videos. This is on a Sunday now because on a Saturday I have other things that require my energy and time, etc. And yeah, I could edit it and render it ahead of time. Yeah, fine. But that requires energy and time that I might have to use elsewhere. Plus, with my disabilities, I have to meter out my energy and time a lot more. And some days I just can't do much. So this is going to be kinder to me to move it. Like I say, technically this is the second Sunday. Really should have realised earlier. But from October, it will be the first Sunday as normal. But I have a topic for today, because I remember ages ago when I started this, that was the goal. I was going to come out with a topic and then be like, oh yeah, here's the thing, let's talk about it. And this one really, it's bugged me for a bit, and it's getting worse. I probably kept quiet on it because it was just here and there. You've probably heard a lot of people in the field of content creation, do not like that term, talking about, people as unalived and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully that's the first time I've ever said it, because I do not like that term. I do think it's very meh. But I have perhaps used softer terms for other things, because when I'm thinking about how I'm talking about things, I'm aware that there's an R word out there related to SA, which again is itself a gentler version, that might be very upsetting to people. So you diminish it, you make it softer so that you're not upsetting people unnecessarily. I get it. Like, we can't just all walk around saying the N-word because it has connotations. I get it. But in the field of content creation, it's become rather insidious. It's and I get it. It started, advertiser friendly. You're not going to make money if you're saying words that advertisers aren't going to put ads on your videos for. Totally get it. And, like I say, I've done some things where I have softened the language. But what spurred this was we'll look at memes like any normal millennial. And I'm seeing words blurred out on there, which is fine, again, if there's some of these words that are quite offensive. But the problem with it being blurred out is I've got to figure out what the word was. That's the problem with censorship. It doesn't remove the word, but you start to go, oh, that must mean this. The meaning is still technically hidden within the context. But the ones that I've seen is the most egregious one. I could go on about every single one, but I'm going to just focus on the most egregious one, which is sucks. I've seen wonderful SpongeBob memes with something sucks, blah, 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 but it's something blank, it's blurred box, blah, 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 blah. The issue comes in, I've also seen posts, perhaps people talking about a new vacuum cleaner they've purchased, and this post will be up on the site and it's like, oh yeah, it sucks really well, like I wish my wife would, or something like that. The jokey elements there. But the sucks is blurred in that too. And that's what annoys me. Because that word exists. How do you use a straw in a drink? You suck. It's a word that has other meanings rather than the things are bad meaning. And I do think that the biggest problem is it's probably AI driven. They are given a code, if you will. The word, this word sucks. This word sucks. The word sucks is a bad word, therefore blur it. That's the instruction. That's what it's being given. So it's just a blanket thing. But like I say, the context doesn't matter. It's like if I went and played sports, which is not going to happen, but let's imagine I'm playing sports that involve spherical objects, like tennis or something. So I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I was going out and smacking some at the weekend, because it would be blurred out. Now, some people who probably need some kind of help themselves might immediately think that that blurred word is something awful. I'm smacking some homeless people. I'm smacking some pets. It's a silly example, but it's a real issue. I'm doing that for levity, but the issue does stand. If you blur words that have positive meanings, you can actually turn the sentence much more negative. If people aren't going to immediately figure out, oh, that's the word, and maybe even why it might have been omitted because of its use elsewhere. So we're heading towards this rather terrifying 1984 newspeak, AI-driven nanny state of the internet. And this is, with Facebook seeming to be a perfect microcosm of the dead internet theory, because it's mostly your racist uncle, ads, AI shrimp Jesus, ads, some people you might know, but probably bullies from school who you don't want to think about, ads, more AI shrimp Jesus. Are you getting it? We're already heading towards this place where human interaction on the internet is not dying off, but it's certainly nothing like it was even 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago. And this is not a good thing to be. We need to be aware of context. Censorship works, in a lot of cases. And like I say, I will soften things because I understand that some people might be upset by certain terms. But there is a line. And like I say, I think we're drifting too far over. We're sanitizing things that don't need to be. It's like when people put F***K. No one's thinking that you're putting the word fork. We know what the word is. When censorship makes you think of what the thing it's hiding is, it's not working. We need other ways around it. And I haven't got a fix, unfortunately, because I'm not a tech bro. But those out there who have the power to do this, if you know of a way that we can either better train these AI or just maybe that's the fix. Be more resilient. Be fine with the word sucks. Be fine with the word balls. Be fine with a lot of words, but still be aware that yes, some things maybe shouldn't come back. I'm fully aware of that's the difficult bit. The resilience argument often goes to a very far point of like, well, if I can say this, why can't I say the N word, the R word, etc. So I understand it's a difficult thing. We've all got to agree where that line of, okay, we shouldn't say this, but these are fine. So it's a long process, but the alternative is just too scary. It's going to come to the point that you go outside and you say, oh, this weather blows. That's, thought crime. You're in the, you're in stockade and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a hard solution, but we've got to figure it out. It's terrifying. But I will end on, I guess, something bittersweet, because I always like to end with a positive, and it will end positive, I promise. The moving of the day accidentally makes this a memorial video of all things of me talking about censorship and ranting, but it's the first birthday since my father's passing that he obviously isn't around for. I don't know why I said that bit. But, I've got this anxiety over how I'll feel on the day, and people have said the anxiety of how you'll feel is sometimes worse than how you feel. You're not always going to be in a ball crying or anything like that. You'll probably be, you'll be sad a bit, but it's not going to be this crushing thing. So, hopefully that'll bear out. But to end on the high bit associated with that, memorializing is a weird thing, and like I say, this will now always be the first posthumous birthday video I did. But let's all say today, any words we want within reason. But no, seriously, let's today all remember those we've lost. Let's do something in their honor, even if it's putting up a rant video. Just sit there and say, this is for whoever. For me, it's for Jeff. That's mine. Leave yours in the comments if you want. This isn't, a call for engagement. I don't do that kind of stuff. It's if you want to. This isn't the purpose. But if you want to share that with everyone who your person is, fine. If you want to do mine, fine. Just put a comment thread full of for Jeff would be a beautiful memorial, actually. But like I say, entirely your choice. And yeah, just think of those and live on for them. So yeah, ending on a really positive. So thank you very much for letting me rant and let me memorialize. And until next time, take care, because you matter to someone.